Alright, what's up everybody? This is Chris with Billet Box Info. And today we've got this in the mail, which is the Orbit RBA from Mission XV. It's an all-in-one similar to, let's say, the Vape Snail. This one's got a lot of features that we'll talk about. And like I said in the past on most of these videos, this is a first look. This just came in the mail today. We're going to open it up, take a look, and just give our first impressions. So, without further ado, here is the Orbit, and the box. Like I said, and the box is really small. It's looks bigger in pictures, but compared to a billet box, this is the box. So anyway, let's see what we got in here. Got the topo pattern on it, some spacemen on the bottom, on the back. We believe in everything we do to strive for perfection, which can be engineered, mathematically, scientifically calculated. We blah 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 blah. Includes orbit flashlight head, 510 adapter, pin adjuster tool, and a spares kit. Got a little code there to scan. So let's open it up and see what we got. And we have a sticker. This is a holographic authenticity sticker that would go like right here. That's pretty cool. Put that aside. And in the box, that's packed in there pretty good. There we go. Got a authenticity card. Looks like we're going to have serial number 56. We'll put that back in the box. Hold on to that. Oh, in addition, I'm going to show this later. Probably just pictures, not on video. But this is a glow tank. This is a glow-in-the-dark material, which is a replacement tank for that. So take a look at that later. But that is it. That is the Orbit. And like I said, it's an all-in-one, very similar to like the Vape Snail. And yeah. So here we are. Okay, under here we have what should be the spare kit, some extra O-rings, and a tool. And there's looks like a diode LED. We could probably put that on there and fire it up and make it light, but looks like this is the tool that we're going to need for tightening, adjusting the airflow, which looks to be just a hex head. So we'll leave that out. We're not going to probably need these spares for now. But yeah, there's that diode LED in there. That's pretty cool. All right, so here is on the bottom here. This looks like the build tool. That's going to go. Oh no, that's our actual. That's not going to. Yeah, that goes on your builder. That's not going to be on the device. That is buttery smooth. That machining is great. So there's that. And this is where you would adjust the airflow. And there we go. 56 is the serial number. You turn this right here either way, and that adjusts this little adjustment thing I'll show you here in a moment. Let's take this apart. There's a ball in here, if you can see. I'm not going to take this thing all the way apart. It's spring loaded. That pushes up and down. And this right here adjusts by moving this around. And it will allow you to adjust your airflow from no airflow whatsoever, 0, to 4.5 millimeter airflow for the flow going through. And we can actually take this out. Let's just push this down here. This should just push down. There we go. Put this on here. Snaps into place. And I could tighten this all the way down It says should say it on here, right to tighten, loose, lefty loosey. If you look real close, it actually says that right there. So I can tighten it all the way down, pull that off. Now it shouldn't get much airflow at all, if any. Well, I'd have to close everything off for that to do that. But anyway, so here we go. There's your deck, and you've got your lead will clamp under these, and there's a flathead screw there. And like I said, that's your airflow plunger or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what they call it, but that's your airflow adjustment. So let's put this thing on a builder and put it together. Yeah, it looks like it'll hold all sorts of sized. I mean, easily a 3.5 millimeter coil. Looks really nice, and this machining is awesome. You could take this pin at the bottom here off using like a like the end of this or a coin or something, and take that out, and you can disassemble this whole base part here and take your pins, your negative and positives off and everything to clean. But we're not going to do that here. So we got Mission XV on that side and Orbit on that side. That's going to be your front side. And these openings here, these are for your airflow on front facing, like if you're going to use it in a Delro, which I'll show. Or on this side, there's airflow here for side coming out of the side of a billet box right here, which is this what we're going to put it in, since this is already all set up waiting on it. So anyway, let's put this back on here. And that is so smooth. Watch that. So smooth. Grab my meter here. Put that on there. I hate building on camera, but here we go. Alright, so I'm going to need a fillet or flathead. Back these off. And the coil that I've picked is a 2.5 millimeter stainless steel triple fused Clapton coil. And we'll put it in there like. Alright, I got a 0.47 on that. It's a little higher than I wanted it to be, but it's firing pretty good. Let's put some cotton in there. Since this is new, don't really know exactly how we need to do this, but we're going to pull off a little bit of this cotton here and wrap it up in there. Probably a little too much. Cut off a little bit more. I'm eyeballing that. It looks like too much. Now I may got too much off. Just even that out. Be able to flip that in there and jab that down into the wicking area. Yeah, it might be I might have put a little bit too much in there, but we're gonna run with it and see how it comes out. I may be able to. No, I won't be able to trim that. I've got that hole filled, but that may be too much. It might choke on that. We'll see. This side may be a little better. Try to flip that and stick it down. Yeah, this wick's very similar to the truss, it looks like. Try to get all that in there and not touching other places. And there we are. Yeah, I got a little bit less on this side. Try to fluff it up right down there, maybe thin that out a little bit. Do that on both sides. All right, let's see what it does. Let's put this in here. But yeah, that's what this is going to be the first attempt here. That's what we're looking at. This is my very first try at wicking this RBA in the first place, so let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's put a little more juice on there and put this thing together and give it a try. All right, so this slides up into, doesn't look like either side is front or back. Should slide right back into there. Just like that. And then this should go to the right way, orbit up front. And we have a focus issue here. And this should just snap into place. All right. There we are, and it is snapped into place. And we don't have a short. We're good to go. We're going to take that off of there. Throw some juice in here. And see what we can do. That just slides off right there. And throw some juice in there. We won't go all the way. Well, we can always rebuild the deck without dumping the liquid, so just slide that up in there and boom. Close that off. Get that out of the way. And we're going to put it in this Blanca here with the Mission Black Delrin Topo switch. And slide right there. It's a little bit of a tight fit in the Cerakote model. I kind of was expecting that, not because anything's wrong with the mission, the orbit. It's because, well, the Cerakote, the fit in the Cerakote is a little bit tight. So we've got a mission tip here with a never normal black zirconian drip tip, and let's see if we getting a reading here. Oh, not making good contact. Tighten it up a little bit here. There we are. All right, it's reading a 0.55, which is about what I saw in there. Let's go up to about 26 watts. And throw that drip tip on there. I did not adjust the airflow, so I'm not sure about where it's at. But let's see. Okay, we are definitely going to have to go back down and adjust the airflow. I've got it very, very, very tight. Flavor's pretty good, but I've got the airflow way too tight. So let's get back down here and show you how to adjust it. Let's get this drip tip back off. Oh, I've tightened it on there too tight now. There we go. My fingers are just a little juicy. All right. And because there's a pretty tight fit in this Cerakoted billet, I'm going to just slide it out a little bit like that and then get my fingers on there and pull it out. And like I said, that has nothing to do with the orbit itself. A little bubble there. All right, so right now it's pretty tight. So I'm going to go this way. All the way. That should be 4.5 millimeter. And let's try it that like that. It might be too airy at 4.5. We shall see. All right, here we are. Oh yeah, that's too airy now. I'm gonna have to back it down just a little bit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, but it's a little bit too airy for me. The flavor is good though. Let's see if we got any bubbles. I'm a little concerned with how tight I put that cotton in there, on how it's going to keep up with wicking. But so far, so good. It's keeping up. All right, so one more time, let's pull this back out and let's take a look at that. Just back it out. Maybe turn it the use a piece of paper towel. My fingers are not able to get that off. All right, like I said, I'm just going to take that and just poke it down a little bit without tearing it up. There we are. So I had it almost all the way to the right, which is completely closed off. Now I've got it completely to the left. I can't go any further. So that's going to be about 4.5 millimeter. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 turns to get all the way around there. So we're going to go back about 3 turns. So 1, 2, 3. That should be about just about right. What, 4.5? No, let's go a little bit more. Let's go one more half turn. Trying to get around 4 millimeter. So all the way to the left should be 4.5 millimeter open, full open, and this should be about 4 roughly. There's no real way to measure it, but hey. All right. Oops. Much better. That's about right. That's probably closer to 4 millimeter. There we are. That is really nice. That's good flavor too. But yeah, first impressions, the the machining is great. The look is awesome. I mean, it looks great in there. Let's take that panel off there and let you see that. Looks really good in there. I'll throw some pictures up on Billet Box Info in different devices. But yeah, the pictures or the look is great. The machining was great. You saw how smooth that it went on to the adapter here. It was super smooth, and it's keeping up with some chain vaping. So it's keeping up. Even though I wicked it pretty tight, it's holding up pretty good. So anyway, the more information about it, the RRP of the Orbit's going to be 174.99, basically 175 bucks. The first drop will be on September 11th, and my dogs are going crazy in the other room. September 11th will be the first drop in the mission group. The juice capacity with the tank that it comes, with the built-in tank is about 4.5 mil. It's made of PGTC. It's supposed to be chemical and impact resistant. Like I've told you earlier, with the adjustment, the airflow is from no airflow. You can completely close it off if you want to, store the tank, or if you're, I don't know if I would recommend flying with a full tank, even with it closed, but you completely close it, or complete all the way open is 4.5 millimeter, and the material that it's made of it, the metal parts of it itself is a surgical grade stainless steel, media blasted finish, or glass blasted finish, I think they said. The deck, as you saw, is huge. We could pull that back out and show you. The deck is massive. Let's take it back out and show you the deck again. Looks like we can probably get a 3.5 in there. I put that 2 in there. The only limitations I think we're gonna have with the size is the length of the coil, and getting the cotton to go down into the chamber or into the channels. But that you saw the airflow is that blue anodized. You know, it's like a cone and it pushes up and down in there. But let's pull this. So if you turn your tank that way, you can pull that off without dumping your liquid. So it's still in there. We can set that aside and look at the deck itself. So this is a 2.5 millimeter coil, and like I said, I've got that cotton pretty stuffed in there, and I was kind of worried about getting some dry hits with how stuffed I've got that cotton, but I'm pretty impressed that I didn't. I'll probably, the next time I build wick it, I will probably put a little less cotton in there, maybe a little shorter, but it was holding up. So, but anyway, um, I showed you the come on, let's focus here. The right side. This is ridiculous. Why is this not focusing? Anyway, the front has there we go. The two airflow holes there for if you're like using it in a front airflow device, and then like the billet box airflow is here on the right side. So, but anyway, let's put it back together, hit it a couple more times, and call it the end. This is, like I said, this is a first look at the Orbit. Never had it before until today. And you saw I didn't have much trouble. I did have a little trouble with the coil at first because I put the wrong coil in, and I had to stop and reboot and put the proper coil in it. I had put like a 1 ohm coil in there, and did not want that for the first one. So, but anyway, it is it's vaping great. It's holding up to chain vaping. It's even with the tight cotton, it's wicking just fine. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.